ancestor. Yeah, also I would be very far away for that other ancestor to our common ancestor to actually be together with each other. And that's all I'm just implying right now. And this is one of the most exemplous ways that I want to tell you guys about the selfish gene. Wowza, that's a lot of fur. So, I hope you guys will enjoy today's episode because today I will be talking about the selfish gene. Wowza, there's still a lot of fur. Alright, so what is this book about? The Selfish Gene. Well, The Selfish Gene is a book about, well, lots of things I shall mention. The only thing about this book is that, well, not a lot seems to happen in this book too. One thing I shall mention here is in this book is that there is the concept of the selfish gene. The selfish gene concept is where the Richard Dawkins proposed that one person needs to think about the primordial soup. That our genes are actually the smallest units of, well, evolution that is possible and can be around, and that is just one of the most important and very interesting things about the selfish gene. This book is the actual thing that actually proposed the gene's view of evolution. One thing that I should mention more before I continue on is that some people actually cried saying that they were just useless, just no purpose in life for these genes because of this concept. If this concept was true, that means that we had no purpose in life. Also, that's not really true. We can still live our lives. Us humans have been pretty, well, deceptive and have been able to not have our selfish genes do what our selfish genes program us to do. Instead, we've been able to cheat with this theory, meaning that we can do whatever we want. We can give our lives a purpose. We can do that. And one of the ways that we can do that is that the selfish gene really does do lots and lots of things. Its insights remain as well hidden as it was back then. This book, even though it's almost 40 years old, actually, it is almost 40 years old. Technically, it's like 47 years old, to be honest. It's almost 50 years old. So what if the 50th anniversary edition will happen? Will this actually create a more exciting version and will actually color this series better? It probably will have some edits, but very minor. And the thing is, the Selfish Gene series hasn't changed a lot. It's like Darwin's evolution series, except it's on the level of the genes. We get to see a gene's eye view of what's happening. Now, here's one of my most interesting facts from the book, The Selfish Gene. The thing is, there are policing genes all around us. There's a selfish gene that actually makes an animal go to have a parasitic relationship, like one animal helps another, I cost you lots of stuff. No, I don't have to pay you back. And runs away, like oxpeckers feeding on the ticks of oxes, and the oxpeckers having, well, a free meal, and the oxes having a free pesticide control. But if oxpeckers' tick season is pretty bad, food season is pretty bad, then they will sometimes steal a chunk of meat from the oxes. And if they are not punished, then this relationship could turn parasitic. And this gene has to be policed by some sort of gene, or else lots of other things will happen to the oxes. And this is where policing genes can come in. Policing genes have lots of things to really be telling us about. And the thing is, policing genes can annihilate another gene, a selfish gene itself, and eventually the policing gene will be in other generations that could actually stop this selfish gene from getting things done. We may be able to cheat against these policing genes, however, because some people still do selfish genes stuff, actually selfish genes that benefit them but not the other person, and doesn't really want to have that baby. If a male abandons the female mother, then the female mother can just trick another person to saying that it's their child. This is usually pretty good if the child's still an embryo, and that is all I am going to pretty much say. Evolution is a very nasty and good coincidence too. The survival of the fittest It's just one of the greatest books of all time. One of the things I shall mention before I kind of leave to the conclusion for you guys is why you should read this book. This book introduces the meme. And no, I don't think you're thinking about the right meme. Now, if you're thinking about this, then you definitely got the wrong definition. The meme I am talking about, these are public memes, so I'm probably allowed to use them. The thing about the memes is that this Richard Dawkins actually thinks you read the book just to find out the origins of the meme. The meme is pretty important because it's, according to Dawkins, the new gene replicator, and that's a very important thing. He wanted a word that sounded like the meme, which is the Greek word for translation to the art of imitation. However, he also wanted to sound like gene, so he shortened it to meme. His colleagues, according to him, would probably not like that, and so he apologized for some reason. There's no need for an apology, Mr. Dawkins. There's no need for an apology, Mr. Dawkins. We already using it as an internet name. Beep! And that's the same. Memes have great ideas, and they seem to have to be able to spread more ideas. Culture. I guess I understand why they choose these photos with silly captions on them to be called memes, because memes actually is the new replicator. It's the replication of culture. It acts like a gene replicating gene, but however, it also acts like a meme too. If you can just go, and the thing is, there's so much more information in this book that I have never ever known. You could probably just get an idea and turn it into something funny. I mean, heck, just get on your iPad, Google up a meme, and you might actually just find out that it's really funny. And I guess I have to thank Richard Dawkins for the origins of the meme. The meme is a very powerful tool. And it's also a very powerful concept. If you really want to learn about it, and if you really want to learn about gene replication and the selection of species and the way species work, natural selection and genes, then this book is just right for you. And that is how we're ending this video. So what do you think? I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode, and in conclusion, I am just going to say that you should read this book because you would like memes. You can learn about memes in chapter 11. You can learn about what the gene's eye view is to see a whole new perspective of the world. This actually helped me with my little crisis, to be honest, and it might help with your own too. Also, warning, some people might criticize and hate this book so much. So that is the end of today's episode, and I'll see you guys soon. Stand out. Peace.